Welcome, Valpo fans, to another edition of the Valpo Coaches Show, brought to you by Lakeshore Bone and Joint. I'm Aaron Levitt, and joining me today is the head coach of the Valpo soccer team, John Maravich, recently crowned MVC regular season champions. Coach, congratulations.
Thank you much. Thank you very much, Aaron.
It's been a exciting last few days, and just let's start off with talking about the emotions of the last few days. Obviously, you had your fate in your own hands in terms of at least sharing the title going into Thursday. A draw there, you go into Sunday just hoping to clinch a top two berth, and then kind of the emotions of going from that to realizing, hey, we could win a championship, and then over the last few days, it's sinking in that this group is champions.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tremendous feeling. Super proud of the girls, but I think when you think about the journey, or you go through kind of the emotions of last week, you kind of had all of the things in your hands, right? And so we really didn't change how we handled that weekend compared to other weekends. It was just about the process and what we needed to do each night. And so, yeah, as I said to you, we could be disappointed on Thursday's result and not getting 3 points, but we just had to be proud of the way we played and continue to play that way. So as we went into Sunday, we knew we needed some help, but we just kind of kept everything real, like in the moment. And so that's how we played out the entire day on Sunday. The players didn't know what the score was of the other game. That was coming, down from your press box area to the coaches. So we kind of knew, but as it started to become more and more realistic, right? It kind of did leak a little bit to the players in the last, 15 or 20 minutes, but to see the players' emotions as they came off the field, and to hear some of them for the first time what that score was, and to know that they were champions was just an awesome thing to witness. I know everybody who was there who got a chance to witness that saw just the raw emotion, the raw excitement that they got to go through. And so we were just, super excited about that. And I'm just proud of the group for how we just systematically kind of went through that and just kept everything in the moment and be able to experience the winning in the moment, the championship in the moment, but then just, our performance in the moment.
We'll touch on this year's journey specifically in a minute, but it's kind of fun to look back and see all these different journeys over the last few years culminate in this regular season title. You think about the senior class, how far they've come since their freshman year. You think about the challenges of keeping your team culture through COVID. You look at kind of the incremental steps you've made within the Valley to where you're at the top. What does it mean to see all of those journeys culminate here with this regular season title?
Yeah, it means a lot, but I believe it goes back to consistency breeds success. And, we came into a new league. We had a group of very young players. This particular senior class was all freshmen in 2019. We started 7 freshmen that year, and we grew together as a group. And although that year they didn't have a lot of wins, they had a lot of experiences, and they were close. They had 7 losses that were by a single goal. And to be able to still qualify for the Valley tournament in 2019, to gain that experience on the road at Drake, I think was invaluable. But again, we didn't do things drastically different. We just kept true to the process. How did we want to play? How are we progressing in our game model, our brand, if you will, of soccer? And just every year just kept going after it. And, then COVID hits, right? So all those freshmen who have all those experiences in 2019, and the spring season is always so important for development, they lost it. But if you look on the bright side, or you look on the positive side of what COVID brought, we had the entire fall season canceled and pushed to the spring. So we had our spring season in the fall with our entire team, including the freshmen, to be able to work together as a unit. And so we were able to continue to build on that game model, continue to grow as a group. And I think what you saw was in the springtime, we finished 3rd, we get to a Valley final. And I think it was because that group we consistently just stuck to how we want to progress, how we want to build out of the back, how do we want to bring midfielders and forwards into that mix. So you see progress in the spring of 21, right? Then you go to the fall of 21, right? And now we make a pretty good run at it. We finish 2nd, and you start to really see that development show up on the field. in how we play, with the intentionality that we played. And then unfortunately, in the semifinal, we give up a goal in overtime and we don't get to a final. But again, we didn't, we don't throw, it all into the fire and say, we got to start over. We just continue to develop. And then you see us this year, beginning of the year, we struggled a little bit, couldn't seem to find a way to score a goal, the balls off the post, all kinds of different things happening, but you just don't change. You stay consistent to the process. We get into the conference season and they found a stride, 19 goals, 5 against, and then you find a way to win a title on the last day. That's a testament to consistency breeds success. You put the development of the players and our game model at the highest level of priority. And what happens? You find a way to win a championship.
And yeah, it's been difficult to stick with the process, when you have those results not going your way like they did in the non-conference. What does it just say about the group that they were able to trust that, everything would work out in the end?
It says a lot to their resiliency. I mean, it's certainly one of our core values. Our core values are courageous, unselfish, accountable, resilient, and competitive. And they were adamant, the players were adamant when we did that the first C was courageous and the last C was competitive, because you can't be competitive unless you have those first 4. And so the resiliency piece, was huge in that process. But, when you go through struggles like that, right, I'm telling you, like, there were ups and downs. Like, it's not always cupcakes and daisies, right? We had really, really tough moments as we went through that. Players had tough moments when they go through that, but we just kept consistent with what we were going to do and how we were going to do it, and tried to help everybody through that process. And it did challenge us, but we liken every journey to an ascension to the top of a mountain. So if you're trying to peak, at Annapurna, right, there's certain levels you have to get to. And sometimes you don't hit the summit. Sometimes you don't get there, but every step along the way, you have to have everybody play a part in getting to that next stage. And I think that is a great analogy to our team's success this year. We had times when we didn't score a goal. We had to learn from it. How did we respond? We had great responses. We had subpar responses, but all of those responses and all of those experiences helped make us stronger. So as we got closer to a summit, now all of a sudden we have an injury. 3 players step up on the trip to Nashville, and we still find ways to get results. That to me is the team's resiliency and staying together. So that's what I'm most proud of. And I'm just so excited that they got to experience what winning a championship means, the emotion that goes with that, because we earned it. We didn't get anything along the way. Nothing was given to us. We had to earn every single thing. And that's what we plan on continuing to do, to refocus and go back and earn the next step that we're trying to achieve.
Yeah, the excitement from winning the championship on Sunday is still a buzz around here, but there's still work to do for your program. You enjoy this championship for a few days, and now how do you prepare for this MVC tournament and not knowing who you're facing yet? Semifinals and a championship match with an NCAA tournament berth on the line.
Yeah, and really, like, we won on Sunday. We recovered on Monday as a group. That was really fun to have a championship Monday, recovery day. And then we took 2 days off, and we're getting back at it here on Thursday. And it's a refocus time, right? That was great. It's like in sports. What have you done for me lately, right? That was awesome. We've enjoyed it for the last few days, but now we have to refocus ourselves in our preparation for Thursday. We don't know our opponent, but when we're coming off of an off day, we're going to get back into the technical, go through, our foundational attacking and defending concepts, get a good tactical session in tomorrow when we have maybe a better idea. It's down to 2 teams instead of 3 teams to prepare for. And then go through a pseudo game for us on Saturday to keep our rhythm correct. We can't change. Like, we don't change how we do things. We haven't done that for the last, 2 or 3 seasons. Why would we do that this week? We're going to go back at it. Our positional groups will get their videos. They'll start to review what they need to do, come up with their strategies and their goals for the game. And then we'll just continue to build into Thursday. And hopefully, on Thursday, we'll have another really great performance and celebrate each other as teammates, as a team, and in front of, the Valparaiso University community, in front of the Valparaiso community, and let them know that women's soccer here, we're here to give people a great opportunity to enjoy the game of soccer in a great environment on Brown Field, and hopefully be able to continue that on and let them watch us play again on Sunday.
Well, Valpo will be hosting the MVC tournament semifinals that next Thursday, November 3rd. The Beacons will play in the second semifinal at 6 p.m. And then Valpo will also host the championship match on Brown Field on Sunday, November 6th at 1 p.m. Coach Maravich, once again, congratulations and best of luck in the tournament.
All right. Thank you, Aaron, and to the Valparaiso community. We love you. We want to see you out there this week, and go Valpo.